All right, people, who is here? Who is here? We are live. If you're here, let me know you're here. Type in the comment section. Tell me you're live. We are live. Yes. Who is here? We are about to get this show started. I am excited to be here. Who is here with me? Today is going to be an another amazing session, another amazing time of training, of learning, of growing, So if you're here, type in the comment section. Tell me you're here. Tell me you're ready. Let me see your emojis. Let me see the fire. Let me see. Tell me you are here. Because our guest is already in the building. Yes, so today is going to be an amazing one. How do you grow and get monetized on LinkedIn? That is the conversation today. How do you grow and get monetized? Yes, I can see your comment sections. You're here and you are ready. Oh my God, I love that. Obafemi, you're here and ready. Yes, we are here and we are ready. Let's get this show started. All right, people, welcome everyone. Welcome. My name is Ozioma Anioji. I am your host. I am your host for today. So our guest is in the building. She's in the studio already, and I'm just going to bring her on now. But before I do that, let me just say this. So if you're here, please just send link to someone that should be here, your friends, your loved ones, your family members, your colleagues, your whatever. Just send the links to them, get them in here because we are about to get this show started. Okay, get them in here. We are live. We are not waiting for anybody. All right, so who is going to be speaking with us today? Who are we bringing on right now? Okay, who is Ekomobong? I hope I don't in any way murder this name. That won't be nice. But she's going to teach me how to pronounce her name today because I've been doing injustice to this name. I know for sure. Anyway, she's a highly experienced executive CV writer. She's an author and LinkedIn optimization consultant with an understanding of the modern job market and the power of personal branding. Ekomobong has helped numerous professionals achieve remarkable success on LinkedIn. Of course, that's why she's here, right? Her mission is to help industry leaders tell more appealing brand stories with their CVs and LinkedIn profiles. In addition to being an executive CV writer, Ekomobong is also the author of Get Employed Like a CEO. Yes, she's also going to talk about this book. She's going to tell us about the book. How can we get employed like a CEO? Me too, I want to get employed like a CEO. Okay, so this book is a comprehensive guide to mastering the job search process with a bonus material on optimizing LinkedIn profile. She currently serves as a content strategist for 2 international brands and CEOs. Isn't that amazing? Like, guys, are you not feeling our guest? Like, are you not feeling the energy in this profile? Like, oh my God, she is here, people. She is here. Somebody make some noise. Somebody make some noise. Make some noise. Before she says a word, I want to see that energy in the comment section. Tell me you want to hear from her. If not, you only hear from me today, and I know nothing about LinkedIn. I know nothing about LinkedIn. So if you want to hear from the professional, you better let me know right now. So type in the comment section, tell me you want to hear from her, so I bring her on. She's here already, but she will not say a word. I can guarantee you. I'm not seeing your comments, so guys, I want to see those comments. Tell me you want to hear from her. Tell me. Let me see those comments. Let's get this show started. Today we want to look at how to. Now, what's interesting about our conversation today is we're not just going to look at how to grow on LinkedIn, right? We're looking at how to do that rapidly. How do you grow quick on LinkedIn? How is it that Some people just get on LinkedIn today, and in 3 months, in 4 months, they're having thousands of connections, of followers, they're having visibilities, they're getting jobs, and all of that. How is that possible? How are they doing it? Okay. So I just can't wait. Some people can't wait to hear your voice. My God. Some people can't wait to hear your voice. So this is interesting. Okay. All right. So we're gonna get started. So welcome, 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 welcome. So before we get on, please first of all tell me how to pronounce your names so that I will stop
Okay.
doing injustice to that name. I know I'm not doing a good job. I apologize.
It's fine. It's fine. Good evening once again. Thank you very much
Yeah,
for the opportunity to be here. Thanks to everyone on the show right now, and of course everyone who'll be joining. I'm really glad to be here. So my name
we are
is
glad to have
Ekomobong.
you.
Yeah. So the name is
Ekomobong.
Ekomobong. Ekomobong.
Ekomobong. Oh God. All
Exactly.
right.
Or it's Ekom for short. Ekom,
Oh,
like
that's easier.
EKOM.
Ekom.
Yeah,
Oh, that's I
yeah,
should have been doing that
yeah.
since. That's easier,
Yeah.
please. All right, we are
Thank
glad
you
to have
very
you.
much.
Really,
Thank
welcome,
you. Thank
welcome,
you.
welcome. I know you have a lot to share with us. You have a lot to dish out, and I've been talking now for 8 minutes, taking all of your time. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to stop talking, so so you can have the stage and dish all of the amazing, amazing content that you have to us today. So the stage is yours, beautiful woman. Take it on.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm
Uh,
truly glad to be here. Thank you, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining from on the planet. I am once again a Komobong. I'm delighted to be here. LinkedIn is one platform that's literally changed a lot of things for me. It brought me so many opportunities that I never envisaged I was going to get. A lot of opportunities that I never even saw coming. I didn't even know that those opportunities existed on LinkedIn. And that's why it took me so much time to eventually start experiencing growth. And it's always a very big, pleasure to have opportunities like this to share my story so that people don't have to go through the experiences that I went through. They can, scale all of the hassles and the hurdles I went through, and then just go straight into getting it right on LinkedIn. So I'd just like to share a few statistics with us on about the LinkedIn platform. I'm sure that you're definitely, at least the vast majority, are not hearing of LinkedIn for the first time. But if you are, then you are still in the right place. LinkedIn is unarguably the largest professional network in the world globally. As of today, there are close to a billion users on LinkedIn. Approximately 930 million people are using LinkedIn right now as we speak. They have accounts on LinkedIn. And that presents a very, very vast opportunity. Imagine that you're in a room where, or you have the opportunity to speak to a gathering of 930 million people. Imagine what opportunity that is. Even if 0.0000001% get to pay for whatever service that you're offering, I mean, that's a lot on its own.
mhm.
Also, I'd like us to know that there are currently 58 million companies on LinkedIn. So when people say, oh, there are no jobs, there are this and that, 58 million companies are on LinkedIn looking for talents, looking
Mm,
for employees. Even if you don't want to be an employee, they're looking for a product that you have to offer them to make their work easier. They're looking for a service that you have to offer them, even if it's going to be on a contract basis. And I'd like you to also understand that on LinkedIn, every 8 minutes, somebody gets hired on LinkedIn. Every eight
wow.
minutes.
Mm,
Yes, every
that's
eight
huge.
minutes,
Mm,
somebody gets hired on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is enormous. I mean, the possibilities they are so serious. As a matter of fact, 67% of the employers on, in different companies have agreed that the hires, the employees that come through LinkedIn are more, they take them more seriously. They feel like they are better. Yes, they are more preferred. If you're hired from LinkedIn, the expectations are really high. When you submit your CV or your portfolio or something, and then you include a link to your profile, and they come to LinkedIn and see that you actually have a presence there, they take you way serious than if you're just present on any other platform. That's the way it is. That's not to downplay on other platforms, but it's just to let you know that that's just the thing. People on LinkedIn are seen as serious people. That's just it. They're just seen as serious people, right? And
It's
then
not a place for jokes.
at all, at all. And then so
Wow.
every second on LinkedIn, companies receive 101 applications every single second. And that's where we're going now. Every second, there are 101 applications. Every second. It's no wonder that when you see a job or post a job opportunity, oh, this company is hiring for this, and in 10 minutes you're seeing 200 applications, and you're wondering what's
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
true.
Yeah, so imagine that you're competing for 101 people. You're competing with 101 people every second, not every day, not every hour, every single second. So the purpose of this event today is to let you know how to beat that competition
Mm-hmm.
quickly, so that you don't have to, okay, there's a story about the in the Bible, right? This the man who was at the well, and then every time the water is stirred, he doesn't get the opportunity to get in first. Okay, so
Because he had no
so
help.
so
Yeah.
definitely. So the idea for this event is to bring you to that place where you can get in fast. You can be the
Yeah.
first to get in and get noticed, get seen, get hired, whether it's a full-time employment, whether it's a service that you're rendering, or whether it's a product that you're offering for sale. Everybody has a solution. Everybody has something to offer. You may not see it as something valuable until you meet somebody with that problem.
Yeah.
You definitely
Mm-hmm.
would not see like you have anything is what you have. You may feel like it does it really matter. The reason why you're still thinking that way is because you haven't met someone with that challenge. Trust me, if you
Mm-hmm.
find a person that okay, I saw a very interesting video this morning on LinkedIn still, and it really, I haven't seen or heard of that before. A woman, she has an eating disorder. She has not been able to eat for over 8 years. So how does she survive? Yes, she can't eat, no food, no water, no drink, nothing. I was amazed. I mean, I was really intrigued. I wanted to see, okay, so how's she been surviving? And
Yeah,
then
really.
she she showed how that she went to the hospital. They did everything that they could. It took many years for the doctors to even discover that that was the challenge, because whenever she ate, she had this of stomach upset. The food doesn't digest. It's called, there's a very long medical name, but in summary, it's paralysis of the stomach. So the stomach
Oh,
can literally not function. You know how a person's hand or legs are paralyzed? There's nothing you can do. There's no life. So the she has a paralyzed stomach, and then the food cannot digest. Nothing goes in and digest. So if she keeps, putting in and nothing is going out, it causes a very severe discomfort. And there's nothing that can be done medically. She cannot eat. She cannot drink, not even water. How has she been surviving then? She has a fluid that she carries around. It's more like, this
yeah.
this bags that they used to give drips in the hospital. So but then the
Mm-hmm.
bag is bigger, it's way bigger. So she carries that bag around, and then that bag is infused with all the required nutrients, every
Oh,
nutrient that the body needs: protein, carbohydrates, vitamins. Everything is infused into that bag, and she literally has to carry that bag. The bag is then the substance on the bag is then connected to her veins. You
Mm.
get, so that's how she has been living for the past 8 years. And a very fun fact is the fact that she's a chef. She's actually a
Wow.
chef. So and then so
That's
that's what
shocking.
made very, very what makes the story really interesting is you're not eating, but then you're giving food, you're cooking. So the question now arose that okay, how does she then taste the food if she can't even um if she can't eat, she can't drink. So how does she know what she's cooking? She had to
Yeah.
develop a sense of smell. So she literally smells the food and she can tell how the food is doing. I mean,
Are you kidding me?
I was amazed.
Wow.
I do, I can't find the words to use, right? It was amazing. I was like, I have never heard of, still seen of this. So,
Wow.
yeah,
I'm in shock.
honestly, I didn't know what to say when I saw that. I saw it on LinkedIn this morning, and I was like, wow, wow. So what brought us to that story is the fact that you have a solution. So you don't
Mm.
know, you feel like there's this just this small thing I can do. I can just write, I just sing, I can sing, or I just know how to do small graphics design. You haven't met someone who has a challenge that only
Mm.
your solution can solve, your own
Mm.
peculiarity. You haven't met that. So it's not the right thing to do to look down on yourself or to feel like, oh, this one they've already said there are over 900 million people on LinkedIn. So where am I going to now pull my leg?
Yeah. The figures are frightening.
I mean,
Yes.
so if if there are 101 applications every second, I
Where
mean,
do you
what's my
begin?
chance? Where do I
Yeah.
begin, right? Yeah, so the goal is to make you not just be on the not just be on the um um attacking side, so to say, but to be on the attracting side where
Mm.
okay, yes, there are lots of people coming to there, everybody's submitting application, but what is it that makes you stand out, that these key decision makers, LinkedIn is a place where you find key decision makers of companies. You can see
True.
the MD of Access Bank, you can see Tony Elumelu there, you can see Bill Gates. Apparently Bill
Yeah.
Gates is the person that has the highest number of followers on LinkedIn as we speak. So these are industry decision makers. That's where they are. And then a
Yeah.
friend shared a testimonial a few days ago of how he secured a $1,000 per month. This is not fiction. This is not
On this
imagination.
on this our same
Real.
LinkedIn.
I'm
Hey,
telling you, a
my
thousand
God.
dollar a month for 3 months.
Wow. For 3 months.
I'm telling you. How
My
did he get it?
God.
He didn't. He did submit that application. He didn't do anything. He was just on the attracting side. His profile,
Mm.
his presence, his personal branding. It was so
Mm.
good that they were willing to pay that amount of money. There are some people,
Mm.
so you can see that the money is not the problem, but it's the people's perception of you.
Of you. True.
And
Mm.
so you're in the traffic, bottle water is 100 naira. If the guy says anything more, you get angry. If he says, oh, this water is now 200, you flare up. But then you go to a five-star hotel and they say,
The
bro,
same
this
bottle
water
water.
is 1,500 naira. You
You
pay with
gladly.
pride. As in, you even take picture.
And you won't take I was going to say that. And you
Oh
post
my
it
word.
online.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I drank the water of my dreams today.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh my
so
God.
we can see that it's about being attractive.
Yeah,
How attractive are you?
I
How
know.
attractive are you? Okay, so we're going to go into more details on how to be attractive because we're talking about having to monetize your presence on LinkedIn. You cannot grow. It is attraction that brings growth. When you see that
Mm-hmm.
if a person is growing, even the natural human life, you grow because you are attracting something. You're attracting food, you're attracting water,
Yeah.
you're
Mm-hmm.
attracting nutrients, just like the story I shared. If you don't receive these things, you won't grow.
Yeah.
If you don't receive these things, your immune system will not grow, and then you find out that you begin to be frail, right? You
Mm-hmm.
begin to suffer lots of illnesses, and a lot of things just start happening to you because you're not attracting the right things. So when you're on LinkedIn, the first thing, now a lot of people join LinkedIn for different reasons, and everybody has their reasons. None is absolutely correct, none is absolutely
Yeah.
wrong. But the
Mm-hmm.
thing is, if you join LinkedIn just because you want a job, it's not entirely wrong, but you have to know that it's going to take you time, particularly if you're
Mm.
just starting out.
Mm.
There's no magic that you're going to do, except the person that you meet eventually on LinkedIn already knows you in real life. Okay? But then LinkedIn is a land of strangers that are angels. I can say that categorically. The most generated, now this doesn't even have to be whether you're looking for a job, even if you're doing a business, whether it's
Mm-hmm.
online, it's offline, but then you need to attract customers. It's on record that um the most number of what's the word now, the most number of quality organic leads are from
Come
LinkedIn,
from LinkedIn. Yeah. Yeah.
come from LinkedIn.
I
Personally,
have
in the last,
experienced it. I have
seriously,
experienced
in the
it.
last 2 years, I've
Yeah.
generated over 2,000 quality leads. Not just okay, you quality leads, 2,000
Mm-hmm.
of them this year alone. I okay, let me just share a little story, and then I'll now go into um I'll use my story to further buttress my points for today. I joined
Okay.
LinkedIn in 2017. That was when I was serving. And the way I joined LinkedIn was I won my account like a gift. I went to a seminar, and then they asked a question. Okay, anybody that was going to answer this question, your prize is a free LinkedIn account. We'll open it for you, we'll optimize it. And to me, I felt like, okay, I didn't even know what LinkedIn was. I was hearing LinkedIn for the
Yeah.
first time. But within me, I just knew that I wanted this prize. I just wanted to, you know, guess the prize. And it
Mm.
happened that I was the first person to answer that question. And that's how I got a LinkedIn account. Of course, I had no experience. They just put my there was no even picture, just my name, my my university degree, and that was just it. So that was in 2017. And then fast forward to 2021. I didn't do
Wow.
anything on that account. Yes. As at from 2017 to
Some people
2021.
are on this on that table. People that open links and not do anything. They are plenty people on that table. Okay, no worry. Just continue.
Yeah, so and then I got as at from that time till then I had 57 followers. And then of course those people were people that must have known me personally. So
Yeah.
in 4 years I had 57 followers, and I was very proud of myself, man. And then
Oh my
because
god.
because I wasn't doing anything. I mean, you're not
Of
doing
course.
anything and you're having
And people are
that
following
number of
you.
followers. Oh my god.
You're, you're a
And
superstar
then
then.
so in June of 2021, I was having a conversation with a friend, and then he said, what do you do with your spare time? I said, well, I go on YouTube, learn one or two things, improve my craft, and just that. I just go on. I mean, basically, that's when I spend my free time. If I'm not reading, I just go on YouTube. Then, so he was like, okay, you have a LinkedIn account. Why not go there and learn? He said, learn. Since you're learning on YouTube, so now go to LinkedIn and then learn from professionals, people you can connect with
Yeah.
every day, rather than watching a
Mhm.
video that was uploaded 5 years ago, And
Exactly.
then
True.
it sounded like a very good idea. So I said, okay, let's give it a try. That was
Mm-hmm.
in June, like second week or no, last week of June. And I went there to learn. That's what took me to LinkedIn. I went to learn. I wanted to see how I see that professionals, people that I have always been a writer, right? So at that time I was writing. So I said, okay, let me go and see what people are doing, what fellow writers are doing,
Yeah.
how they write. So I went to LinkedIn just to learn. And my birthday was in July 13th. So between June ending and July 13th, I had gotten from 57 to 500 followers. I was like, wow, impressive.
Wow.
Uh,
What did
yeah,
you do?
I'm all right. So,
Wow.
that's why we're here. I'm going to be sharing with the things that I did, and of course, from that time, from 2021, with 500 followers in June up until now, I have 27,000 plus followers.
Mm,
Like I said, the first thing is attraction. You can see that the LinkedIn follow option is not, you don't go to people and say, please click this link to follow me. No,
yeah.
they come to you, they're
Mhm,
attracted to you, they're attracted to your profile, and they voluntarily click follow.
mhm. True.
It's something they do voluntarily. So your it's your level of value that they perceive from afar, like, oh, let me follow this. Some people have even forgotten that they followed you, but just that one post or one thing that they came about, and then they just followed you. They don't even
Mm,
remember. You don't remember everybody that you follow on LinkedIn, but you just see that over time, I'm following this person. When did I even follow? And then
yeah.
LinkedIn is kind enough to tell you that, oh, this person followed you since June 2021. Or, yeah, So, what did I do first? The first thing, like I said, was I was going to LinkedIn to learn. Now, not everybody might be in that space. Some people have already mastered their craft, right? They're already good at what they do, probably having a
Mhm,
very large following on Twitter, Facebook,
mhm.
Instagram, and all of those. So they're doing well. But having to transition to LinkedIn is very different. You can put up a post on Facebook and say, oh, chilling things, Saturday vibes.
We don't do
Just
vibe. LinkedIn is not a place of vibing
and then
at all.
and then you put it on Facebook and your friends and family are already having 500 likes and then you're just feeling good. You just don't edit anything, just lift, just copy and paste. Use the same pictures. Nobody's going to answer you.
True.
Right, so no, except even if you see even people like Tony Elumelu, even people like Bill Gates, with the popularity that even though they cough, people are going to like it. They don't still
Yeah.
do that on LinkedIn.
Mm, mm.
So the first thing
True.
is, yeah, the first thing is, how do you want to be perceived? That's the first thing before going on LinkedIn. As you're going there, how do you want to be perceived? When you hear personal branding is not a big word. It's simply
Mhm,
people's perception of you.
yeah.
How do people perceive you when you are not there? When they think of something, they think of a problem. Oh, they want a CV writer. Oh, they want a content writer. Somebody's looking for a content writer, and they're in that room where they are discussing
Mhm,
it. Does your name come up?
mm,
If your name comes up, then you know that you're building a personal brand. Not
mm.
I'm not talking of just because your friend or your classmate or your neighbor knows that you I'm not talking of that, but
A total
people who you
stranger,
have
someone
not
you
even
don't know.
exactly. If you ask me today, I need a graphic designer. I know that I won't even have to close my eyes to think.
Yeah.
I've not had a conversation with these people. I've not worked with them, but I can recommend them with my full chest. I can even pay you.
Mm.
In addition, I can give you money and say,
That's how
take this person
confident
do this.
you are.
That's how confident, because of their
Yeah.
branding, because of the way I perceive them,
Mm,
because of the way I perceive them. So the first thing you have to settle within yourself is, how do you want to be perceived on LinkedIn? You have a perception, yeah, they already know you on Instagram or on Facebook, or in your private space, maybe your friends, your colleagues, they already know you as this or as that. But on LinkedIn, how do you want to be perceived? When I started out, in my immediate circle, most people just know me as a drama person, right? I write
mm.
scripts, I act sometimes, and then I was majorly doing spoken words. So if you ask my immediate circle, if you mention spoken words, poetry, or drama, they'll call my name. But
Yeah.
then on LinkedIn, I had to rebrand, because you
Mm,
have more strangers there. than people you know. I don't know 900 million people personally. I don't know. I don't know them. I don't think there's anybody in the world that does. You know 900
Yeah.
million people personally. So you are open to that pool. So how do you want these people to perceive you? So when I thought of
Mm-hmm.
it and I said, okay, I'm going to LinkedIn, I already do spoken words, but for this, am I going to get paid for doing spoken words? And what's the
Mm-hmm.
percentage of people that I can offer this solution to? How
So
many people
yeah.
need spoken words, right? There are
Mm.
people that need them, but compared to the percentage of professionalism, percentage of professionals that are on LinkedIn, people that are serious, they mean serious business. It can sell on TikTok, it can sell on Instagram very well. But because of the perception, you can also see that even LinkedIn has branded themselves. You don't need to be told. Once you hear
Yeah.
LinkedIn, your
You know
subconscious mind
it's
just says that it's a serious place.
professionals.
It's
Yeah,
serious
true.
professionals, right? So that's
Yeah.
a branding LinkedIn has already given to you. So when you're coming in, how do you want to be branded as? So I told myself that okay, yes, it's still going to be about using my voice, but in that 2017, I had begun to develop myself as a voiceover artist, and um, later at around 2018, 2019, I started getting into CV writing. So I said, okay, I want to be on LinkedIn first as a voiceover artist. This is what I want to do. This is the
Mm.
solution I want to provide. Ladies and gentlemen, in between June when I started becoming serious up until December, I had grown up to 4,000 followers. And I was like, what did I do? The only things I did, of course, number one is setting up your profile to reflect what you want to attract.
Yeah.
So I had my, you know, good profile picture, and then I didn't know, so I didn't take a cover photo serious. So I didn't have any. But now that you know, you should have that. A
Yeah.
very good profile picture, something that reveals your face, and it's advisable to use a picture where you're smiling. I mean, it's more welcoming. And then your cover photo, if you don't, you're not sure what to do, all of those designs, what should you write, what should you not write, you can simply have something that reflects what you do. Like when
Mm.
I started with voiceover, so I just looked for a beautiful microphone, not anything that is just, whack out there. So there are free resources. Go to Google. I found a
Mm-hmm.
beautiful microphone, and that was my cover photo. And then I had my profile picture. And of course, my headline, I had voiceover artist and content writer. That's what I started. Creative writer, yes.
Mm.
I wish I took a screenshot of those early days. I mean,
Oh
so
my god.
so I had that my name. I see a lot of people, sorry, I see a lot of people having their names in small letters, like lower caps. And what's the matter?
Mm.
Like you're spelling your
Mm.
name and the first letter is a small letter. As little as that,
Those tiny
it doesn't
details.
matter. But it matters. It gives a very, very, very unprofessional perception about you. That you're not even
Mm.
spelling your name well. As a matter of fact, you have not spelled your name well. If as simple as a noun, you are not aware or you're not conscious
Mm.
that a noun should begin with a capital letter, then it's a very serious challenge right now.
True.
So the first thing
True.
you want to do is ensure that your name is right. This is not
Mm-hmm.
Facebook. You can do Facebook. I can say a clumsy for life or a clumsy baby.
Princess.
I
Slipping.
mean, oh my God, right? So what
Oh my
this is
god.
LinkedIn. People want
Yeah.
to know your name because you're meeting
Mm-hmm.
strangers. On Facebook, you have your friends, you have your buddies, you have your classmates. So they know you by all those nicknames. But you want to attract strangers. You want them to feel at home with you. You want them to be comfortable. They've not met you before, but you want them to be comfortable with you. So what I did was, of course, like I said, I have to emphasize it because it's looking like it's something that people should know, but I still see it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, please write your name well. Your first name, your name should begin with a capital letter. And don't write block letters all through. Not don't spell your name all through in bold. It's not appealing to the site. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so only the first letter should be
Initial
caps, and then
caps. Yeah.
exactly, and then the second name, or you can have three names. Also, your headline. What do you want to be perceived as? For me, I chose voiceover, and then I chose creative writer while I was starting out. You're a graphics designer. Your headline, graphics design. Start from there. Yes, you're going to get to the point where you say, okay, what you do, um, who you offer it to, or who you help, right? Okay, I'm a graphic designer. I help brands, create appealing designs. All of that grammar, we're going to come to that. But if you're starting out, you want to
Mm-hmm.
ensure that at first sight, people can tell who you are. As a matter of fact, so all those long sentences, people don't even have time to read them. It's just the first thing. What Because when they go on LinkedIn and they search graphics designer or software developer, it's not all those plenty grammars that you wrote that is going to come out.
Yeah.
It's some people that have software developers, people that have content creator, people that have graphics designers. Those are the list that LinkedIn is going to auto generate for whoever is searching. So when you do that, for me, I had CV, I had voiceovers, and then I have creative writing then. So over time, I've definitely evolved to um, voiceover artist, CV writer, and then I now explained that I have helped I've helped candidates from three different countries write their CVs and all of that. But if you're starting out, start
Yeah.
out with something that people can immediately identify.
Mm.
All right.
Mm.
So after you do that, um, as little as that is, it can be the reason why somebody will hire you or not, because you cannot be having attention to detail on your CV, and then your LinkedIn that you're supposed to pay the attention to is disorganized.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that to yourself. So you want to ensure that you're properly organized. And then the second thing you want to do is, of course, after your headline, you want to ensure that your about section, more like your summary, it's not a time to start saying speaking big English. It's not a time to blow grammar. Oh, you're a versatile and a professional. All of that is interesting. People want to feel at home. They want to feel like you are speaking to them directly. They don't feel like you're speaking to them directly when they come to you on 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 LinkedIn, right? So when they visit your profile, so your about section should tell us a little about who you are. You now explain in what you have in your heading, your headline, who you are, the results that you have gotten. Okay, who you are, what you do, right? The people you have offered this, the results you have gotten from this product or this service that you are offering. Let's say, for example, myself, I'm a voiceover artist, and then I'm an executive CV writer. Okay, for this conversation, I'm going to focus on CV writing. So I'm an executive CV writer, and I have had the opportunity to write CVs for people from 5 different continents, right? 5 different continents. So these are information that you want to include, you want to explain in a fun and exciting way, in a conversational manner on your about section. It's not a time to speak plenty English. You are a versatile, tremendous expert in a conversational. Calm down, relax. Just calm down. We know LinkedIn is for serious people, but they're still human beings.
We're bringing our A game. We're bringing our
Oh
A
my
game.
god.
Oh
LinkedIn is
my
for
god.
serious people, but calm down. They are still human beings. The same people on LinkedIn are the same people on TikTok. They are the
Exactly.
same people.
Oh
They are the
my
same
god.
people on Instagram. They are the same people that drag people on Twitter. They are the same. I'm telling you.
Oh my
They're the
god.
same people on Twitter. So you want to be conversational, right?
Yeah.
Let them hear your voice. If you're speaking to somebody face to face, you're not going to be speaking all that English. So write in the way that you will speak face to face. What do you do? You're a voiceover artist, you're a graphics designer, you're a CV writer. The next thing is what kind of people do you offer this service to?
Mm-hmm.
I have somebody who is a content writer and he specializes on food and health brands. So it's in your
Mm.
about section that you emphasize this, right? She's a content writer, but she's not just a content writer for everybody. She doesn't write for blockchain. She doesn't write for cars. She
It's
doesn't write
specific.
for specifics. So who are the people that you offer this service to? And if there's a breakdown, okay, do you just do content writing? Do you also do Facebook ads? Do you also do um what's the name, do you also, some people as content writers, they have a bit of experience with graphics design, they have a bit of experience with doing other things, so you want to be sure that you are stating these specifics as much as you can. Your about section should not be so much, you should not be speaking plenty English. In
Yeah.
maximum 300 to 500 words, you should be able to convey what you do, and it's not a place to copy your CV and paste. Please be
Mm.
conversational. You can do a test. Ask a friend to ask you what you do, somebody you're
Mm.
comfortable speaking with. That person should just ask you, or tell the person, I want to tell you what I do, who I am, what kind of service I render. You can record it while you're speaking to the person, and then you would listen to the way you are conversational. You are speaking with your emotions. You're not speaking to the air. You're not speaking to
Yeah.
LinkedIn people. You're not speaking to an app. You're speaking to a person. So if you listen to yourself, in that kind of situation, you find
Yeah.
out that the things that you're saying are really relatable. So that's how you
Mm-hmm.
should write, right? And then after that, of course, you want to go to your experience section. Now, like when I started out, I didn't have experience. The only experience I had was NYC, which I was doing at that time,
Fine. Mm-hmm.
right? But then it did stop me from attracting 57 people. All right. So if you don't have any experience, that's not a problem. But personally,
Yeah.
with the advent of technology, everything going on now, I really don't believe that there's anybody that doesn't have any experience at all. I don't
Mm-hmm.
believe. I stand corrected, but I don't believe that it's possible that you don't have an experience at all in this day and age. You must have been doing volunteer somewhere. You must have been somewhere, somehow. You must have done something in school. You must have done something in your class or anywhere around
Yeah.
you in church, right? Anywhere. So that this is something that um you can gather together as an
Mm-hmm.
experience. So LinkedIn is already very, very, organized. So you put the role that you serve there, just like you're writing a CV, what you did in that organization. You can put the time from now, from this time to this time is when I worked here. And then there's even a feature to say LinkedIn helped me get this job. So if you got the job on
Mm-hmm.
LinkedIn, right, you can have that box ticked and then you say, oh, LinkedIn gave me this job. So after you fill in all of your experiences, there's also place for certifications, all of that. But the goal is not all of those things. As much as optimizing your profile is very important, if you optimize your profile
Yeah.
and walk away, you are going to be at the same level.
Mm.
Nothing is
True.
going to change. So what
Yeah.
makes you attractive? Remember what we said, the goal is to attract, because
Attract. Yeah.
already there are 101 applicants every second on LinkedIn. People are applying per second.
Hmm.
101 people on average apply every second or are hired. Let me say apply, are hired. No, that's a mix. 101 people apply, 8 people are hired every second.
A
Eight
second.
people every
That's it.
second. 8 people get hired, but they receive 101 applications every single second. So you want to be
Hmm.
on the attracting side, because how many how many applications are you going to send per day with the
Hmm.
competition everywhere? It's not just you. People applying from different countries, people who are even better than you.
With more experience,
But
even.
I'm telling you, so those
Yeah.
people who get hired on LinkedIn are not necessarily the best. They are only the most obvious.
Obvious.
I'll
Yeah.
take that again.
True.
The people who get hired, in fact, anywhere, not just on LinkedIn, the people who make progress in whatever they do are not necessarily the most qualified. They are just the most obvious. And
Mm-hmm.
that's why we
Mm-hmm.
don't have we don't have best books. We just have best-selling authors, people who
Yeah.
sell
Who
their books the
sells?
more.
Yeah,
People, so
true.
it's not that the book is the best. You've
Mm-hmm.
read you agree with me that most of the books that are recognized as best sellings, you have read things that this
Is
is
this
better and I got
the
more value. But then they are
exactly?
the best sold, they are the best
Yeah.
marketed, they are the
Mm-hmm.
best, obvious. So that's what you want to do on LinkedIn. You want to be in a place where you are obvious. Where they come on
Yes.
LinkedIn, they search for content marketer, is your name that comes. They search for, a particular skill in that content marketing, SEO optimization, is your name that comes.
You. Yeah.
A CEO comes in the morning, he opens his LinkedIn, he's seeing your post. He's going the next day, he's seeing your video. He's going the next day, he's seeing your newsletter. Abba,
Only you do.
what to do only do you get? So that's where you
Yeah.
want to be positioned, and that's where a lot of people
Mm.
make this mistake where they write their CVs and then they include a the link to their CVs, the link to their LinkedIn profiles and their CVs, and you know that your LinkedIn is nothing to write home about. The last time
Yeah.
you made a post was 1 year ago. I saw somebody sent me a connection request, last post 1 year ago, the one before that 4 years ago. I'm like,
Ah.
Gary, where are you coming from? I'm telling you. So so so
Once in a, this
right.
is called once in a blue or purple moon
I'm
because
telling
this
you.
is not normal. Oh
So
my
you can
god.
see that even you see Bill Gates post, you see the Prime Minister of India, his post, he's consistent. What are
Every
these
time.
people
Yeah.
doing? They are giving you a perception of them. They
Mm-hmm.
are attracting you to themselves. So the mistake that a lot of people do is they put their LinkedIn profile on their CV. Let's be that I need to have LinkedIn, I have LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more than that. So if the person recruiting you comes clicks that link and comes to LinkedIn and he's not impressed, he's going to be diverted,
Yeah.
because LinkedIn will not just show them your profile. If they scroll down, they are going to also see other people who are offering the same service. Thank you. They're not the most qualified, they're the most obvious. They're not the most qualified, they're the most obvious. Thank you very much. People who get hired, people who get, who get hired there are people who are the most obvious. So when I
Yeah.
was, I was saying that when these recruiters come to LinkedIn and then they see your profile is very scattered, is not you the thing you say you are doing, you are not
You're not
showing it.
seeing it.
You're a
Yeah.
content writer.
You're not writing.
Let me share, I'm telling you, let me share something that happened recently. I had a friend, I worked with her in an organization. I literally reported to her. She was my boss. And so when this opportunity came up for a content writing role with a very, very big name. When I mean
Mm.
big name, I mean a big name. I'm not going to mention the name for for personal reasons, but
Yeah.
the person is big. The person is big. And they came to me for recommendation. Okay, recommend somebody for this role. And I mean, she's my boss. I can trust her anytime
Yeah.
to deliver. I worked with her
True.
and I recommended her. Ladies and gentlemen, this lady was not accepted because she didn't have a presence on LinkedIn.
Wow. That's just that.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
I'm telling you. Not just LinkedIn. She's this more of, even
Very
on Twitter, even
reserved.
on Instagram. Like she just be catching cruise. So once in a while, once in a month, just drop something there
Hmm.
and go away. I was amazed. I didn't even know because after a while I called. I was like, "Hey, what's up that offer now? You didn't get back to me. Did you get it or not?" They're like, "Oh, well, they didn't. They said I didn't have a presence." I was like, "Ah."
Yeah,
I had to
they
call the
even
person
told
that.
her. Wow, they
Yes,
told her the
yes.
reason.
No, they
Wow.
did. I had to call the
Hmm.
person that, just to be sure that say my ear paining me.
As
And
in,
then the person said, "Oh my, come, that's it. Oh, she didn't have a present, so there's no
hmm.
proof.
There's no
There's no
proof.
proof.
Social proof. Hmm.
There's not you are good, you are good. How good are
Well,
you? Show us.
true.
Show
True.
us how good you are. How many people have you attracted with your goodness, so to say?" That was how that lady lost that job. it was huge. In fact, I wish that that was an area I was specializing in, because it was open to me too, but that's not my area of specialization. The person is big. I
Wow.
felt that made me learn a very,
Oh,
very big lesson.
my God. Oh my
I
God.
mean,
This one is, you
working.
didn't even apply. It just
He
landed on
did.
your
I'm telling
shoulders.
you.
My
I'm
God.
telling you. So you can see what I was saying, how that it's not just enough for the people around you. I know her. I can
Yeah.
vouch for her. We literally attended the same school, and then life happened, and we found ourselves in the same organization, and she was my boss.
Hmm.
So you can see how that. So it's not enough that, oh, I know her. Okay, I've recommended her. Now, oh yeah.
Now what?
So
Now what?
now what? Now
Yeah.
what? So all these people that say,
Hmm.
oh, my uncle, this person is in this position, doesn't want to help me, doesn't want. It's not their fault.
When they
So
look
some
for you,
people they.
what would they see?
I
That's the thing.
mean, what
Yeah.
are they going to
Hmm.
say? My graphics designer, for example, I've been telling this guy that come on LinkedIn now. So when he designs something for me, I can't even tag him. I cannot tag
Mm-hmm.
him because
Another thing.
if they go to his profile, like, is this the
What
person
is
that is
going
doing this
on?
work for you? I mean, but he's good.
Hmm.
He's somebody I can recommend in my sleep. He's good. He designed my book cover. He's designed my training flyers. He's the one designing my things. He's good. But I cannot tag him in any post. Even when I launched the book, I did everything about the book.
You
I
still
I told
couldn't
this
tag
guy,
him.
I cannot, because it's even better that people come to me privately and say, oh, who did this for you? I send
Okay.
them his
Yeah.
WhatsApp number. Do you understand? So
True.
it's not that I'll now mention him on a post, want to say I want to do him well. If I do that, I'm not even doing him well. I'm not doing him well, because if people go and see the inactivity, you say you're a graphic designer, I mean your LinkedIn should be graphics. It should be
Hmm.
graphics. It should be obvious. But I even had to tell him that, guy, you don't get profile picture for your LinkedIn. He was not even aware.
This is
You get,
serious.
I'm telling you.
Oh
So
my God.
so some of the things that we call, circumstances, life is hard. They're just certain principles that we're not following, certain things that we're not
Hmm.
doing. It just takes a little effort, a little try. So how did we get here? We talked about how that it's what you attract, it's
Mm-hmm.
what you position as that you attract,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So after you hear a lot of optimize your LinkedIn profile, optimize, it's good. You do all of that. The next thing you want to do is create content. Say something about that thing you are doing, or show
Hmm.
it. I
Mm-hmm.
told him that, okay, even if it's just flyers, you have designed, just you can create a carousel. You have a lot of jobs. Every day there's something you can do, like five. If you say you want to post five designs every day, you have that turnover of jobs. You can create a
Mm-hmm.
carousel. Oh, I just designed this flyers for so, and you leave it there. It's not your business whether you have one like. Everybody started from zero followers.
True.
Everybody had that first post that nobody liked. Everybody
Liked.
had
That
it.
only you liked.
Only you. In
You
fact,
come
me,
back
I
like
didn't even
one
know that.
hour later. I liked
I didn't
it.
even know that it was okay to like my post. So I didn't even to like my just come. So I had to go back to my post those years, and like no, like nothing. So
Even you
that
did
should
not
not be
even
your,
did not even help the
even
post.
me.
Oh my God. Oh
you
God.
know. So that perception, right? It's really important, because if you don't do that, no matter how good you are, there's nothing to speak for you.
Yeah.
The day that somebody will come to your profile, you'll be sleeping. You will not be online. You
Yeah.
just wake up to see a DM.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The first international job I got, only in fact the first job ever, which happened to be an international job, came. I was it was an attracted job. I was just on my own
Hmm.
based on my profile, voiceover artist and all. And then I have this. I wake up to this DM. Hi, Ekomobong. I see you're a voiceover artist. Would you mind joining our team? Like, eh, is this how this
This
used to be? I mean, and funny enough,
Oh my
it's an overseas
god.
company. The guys in the US. So, now,
Mm,
Nigerians and all of that scam and everything that we've seen. So I was very, very skeptical. So he
yeah.
said I should send him my number. We should let's talk on WhatsApp. And then we got on a call, got on a long call, talked about things I've done, my experiences and all of that. And then eventually, okay, you're going to be scheduled for an interview. Fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. That was how I got my first job, retainer job, not do one project, one voiceover project, and I was literally hired, given an employment letter as a voiceover artist. I was like, wow. I
Wow.
did not apply. As at that time, that was like 6 months after being consistent between the June where I said I started with 57 followers up until December. I had gotten 4,000 followers as at that time. And it was December 1st.
Mm-hmm.
I can't forget that I got that DM.
Mm,
December
wow.
1st. So this is what we talk about attracting. Number one, he saw my headline. Secondly, he's been seeing every video any voiceover I record. It doesn't have to be very, very
You post.
professional. I was, you're still starting
Yeah.
out, whatever it is that you're doing. But I did my best to ensure that it was the best of that time that I put out. So he came to my profile. He saw that, oh, my headline is voiceover artist. Okay, let him see what activities I'm up to, what can if there's any sample that he can see. And he came and he saw that I've done some jobs, I've done some things that relate to the things that I'm talking about. And that was how I got hired. So ladies and gentlemen, that's what I'm saying, about being attractive. It's what you attract that you're going to be paid for. So this CEO saw me and then he said, oh, wow, come and join our team. And that's how it has been. After that, I got another offer, the
Mm,
same thing. Oh, we need you to, I see that you write content. Now, this is another thing that's happened. When just I'm not positioned as a social media manager on LinkedIn. But because of how I have been able to grow my own social media, my own account, I've had people coming to me,
wow.
please come and manage our social media account.
Mm,
As a matter of fact,
yeah.
that organization where I joined as a voiceover artist first, I was later promoted to a content manager, and then I was given the company's social media account to manage.
To manage.
Why?
Wow.
Because they saw me do it for myself.
If you can
So
do
you
it for
cannot say you are
yourself, then why not?
definitely you can do it for us. So it's not just though I can write. I'm a graphic designer. I'm a this. I'm a that. Is your profile showing it? Not just your profile of
Yeah.
headline graphic designer. Are your content showing it? When people visit your activities, your posts, do they see things that relate to what you're talking about? Or you're waiting for that perfect day when you're going to post? No, that's not perfect day. It's even better. People want to see your growth. They want to see that, oh, there was a time you had one follower, there was a time you had one like, there was a time when nobody liked, and then it kept growing, it kept growing. Before you know it, you're now having 500 reactions on your post. So people want to see that, right? So after you optimize your profile, the next thing you want to do is to create content around what you do. Let people know that this is what you do. You don't it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be, oh, LinkedIn is too much of grammar. How do I know how to speak? It's easy. Go to your people that you're looking to work with. Um, let's say if you just search graphic designer on LinkedIn or whatever it is that you're doing, you're going to see other options, other people that are doing that same thing. So if you're not sure how to write your content, look at what other people are doing. That's what I did. Remember, I said I came to LinkedIn to learn. So I saw how writers were doing. And then I started,
Yeah.
making changes. Okay, this is how to write. So today I'm going to write about, how to write good headlines. Tomorrow I'm going to write about my personal life, right? Share something, a fun fact about myself. So it's not just all being serious, all being every day, 5 ways to do this, 5 ways to do that, 21 ways to earn $1,000 every day. Every day is not like that. Like I said, as much as it's LinkedIn and it's professional, there are human beings there.
Yeah.
There are human
True.
beings there. So why I took us through all of this, background, checks is you can, no matter how good your product is, remember, people would only buy from people they know, like, and
Mm,
trust. So
true.
if you like, let's be selling
Long
life
life and
extend
prosperity.
thank you. You are selling the product that if you just take only one, you will never die again. Thank you. If people don't know
Yeah.
you, they will
Yeah.
prefer to die. That's
Mm-hmm.
the truth. If they don't know you, they don't like you, they don't trust you, it's better they just die in peace than to buy somebody that is selling life that they don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
True.
better. So what am I trying to say? So you have to ensure that all of these background checks are handled. Your profile is optimized. You say that it's clear what you are doing. Not that some you see some people. Somebody came to my DM. Please, I need a job. I said, okay, what kind of job can you do? He said anything. Ah, I just said at that point, I didn't know. I said, okay, don't. I just off. Like I off. How can you say you can do anything?
Anything is nothing.
How can you say I didn't? So I didn't even know what to answer the person again. And I mean, it's not my fault. So somebody asks, what you get a DM. Okay, let's say that maybe the person is not sure, is not very clear on your profile, but somehow, something just tells them to work with you.
Yeah.
So they send you a DM. What do you do? It should be clear. You can have a sentence or two that you have already crafted. So if you're not sure, maybe you're not in the right mood to speak English, just go and copy and paste.
Copy it. Yeah.
I know
Mm.
someone that literally has a document for it. Like she created a PDF document.
Yeah. So
Anywhere that
just
asks her,
send to you
what do
sharp.
you do? Just simple. So it should not be ambiguous. You're doing everything, any job. No. LinkedIn is for majorly for professional people that they
Mm-hmm.
are seen as serious people. So you
Mm.
want to be sure that before you bring any, oh, come and I'm a graphic designer, I want to do graphics for you to pay me or to do you have to be sure that you have created content. They know you by the value that you have been giving your content. They know you, they like you. And how do you like somebody? It's not just because the person is posting 5 ways to be this, 5 ways to do that. People share when you share a bit of your personal experience, a bit of a
Yeah.
personal story, right? Like I shared a story recently on Father's Day of how my dad beats the hell out of me because a boy in secondary school called his line, right? And then you know the secondary school things. I gave my father's number. Oh, this I said this number I'm calling is my dad's own. So I expected the boy to have sense and not call back until I call him. But then he called and this my dad just came back and said, who is
It
this
didn't end
person?
well.
Oh my god. So when you share relatable stories like this, people
Yeah.
begin to like him.
Mm.
And then when you share your results, you've done a
Mm.
job, you post it, they begin to trust you, right? So your content strategy should be about knowing you. How do they know you? You talk about the things that you can do. You talk about, you're doing graphics design or you're doing content writing. You write about content.
Yeah.
Tell people, know, let them know how to write content. And then that's where they get to know you, that, oh,
Know
if
you.
you want to know about content, go to this person's profile, you see
Yeah.
some good tips that you can learn. So they know you for that valuable disposition. And then to like you share relatable stories, things that they can relate to, the everyday happenings, events. Oh, you took a boat and the boat driver was just, majority of the people know about both, so they can relate with stories, they can relate with these things, or somebody almost scammed you share it. These are things, that's not to say share all of your personal life, right? But things that a larger number of people can relate
I
with.
relate
And
to
then
it.
that's liking, and then trusting. You show the actual delivery of those jobs,
Mm.
right? You show your results. You share testimonial. Somebody, I've written some CVs for people, and they're, oh wow, I got this job, and it was your CV that gave me the job. I share it, so the people trust me by
Yeah.
those testimonials. Like, oh wow, please, I want to do my own for me. Or I want to do, and then everywhere is just buzzing. So before you go over to saying you want to make money, you have heard, you go on LinkedIn, everywhere is oppression. This one, I just landed a seven-figure dollar deal per week. I just got, scholarship. Ah,
Tension, pressure
Those
everywhere.
things, I'm telling you. So those things are not automatic. Those things
Yeah.
were built over time. Like I said when I started, it's going to take time. You don't want
Mm,
to, get to that point where you're just hoping. No, you don't just hope. You have to work towards it, and it's going to take you some time. So when that
mm,
happens, gradually you begin to engage with other people. You begin to network. You see an audio event, you attend. Don't be only you. No. They say who asks question to ask. Even if you don't understand what they're saying, just look for a question and ask. Let your voice, let be obvious. Remember what we said?
mm.
It's the most
Yes, yes,
obvious. So
yes,
be obvious.
yes.
Join networks, send people DM. Oh, how are you doing? Wow, I just came on LinkedIn and I saw that we are in the same field. I'd like to learn more from you. Leave it at that. Not I'm on LinkedIn, I'm a graphic designer, I'm a virtual artist, uh calm down. Connect with people, be
Yeah.
real. You have opportunities to network. You see people's posts. Don't It's not every time congratulations you'll be typing every day. Engage in meaningful conversations. If somebody writes a post and you don't agree, you are free to say you don't agree. That alone, brings an attraction to you. People see that, who's
Okay,
this person
so
that is
what
countering.
do you not agree with in this? Yeah.
Exactly. So it's not everything. So if you feel like everything is congratulations on LinkedIn, that's because you're only connecting with people that are always posting congratulations. There are
Yeah.
other people who are doing well, people who are key decision makers. LinkedIn is a place where you can connect with CEOs. I've connected with the vice chancellor of Uniport from LinkedIn. I've never met him before, but with LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So it's a place where people are there, they are serious, they're professionals, but they are real.
Mm-hmm.
Strangers can turn to angels on that place. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to give us an opportunity to ask a few questions. But my emphasis has been on the fact that LinkedIn is possible, but it's what you attract.
Mm.
LinkedIn is possible. It's possible to grow because if you say since somebody has 100,000 followers, they did not go around knocking on 100,000 people's doors. 100,000 people found them attractive because they knew them, that they always share value. They liked them. They share things that they can relate with, and they
That's it.
trust them because they've seen the jobs that they can do. And then over time, people now literally beg you that please, I want you to teach me this thing you are doing and I'm going to pay you. Or I want
Mm.
to hire you and I'm going to pay you because they've seen the things that you do. So there's literally no magic, so to say. These are basic principles that you must follow if you want to monetize. When you get to that point of being perceived as a valuable person, there's almost nothing you cannot sell on
Mm.
LinkedIn. Yes. So
Mm.
thank you.
Wow, my God. Who is not feeling
Thank
it?
you.
Like, my God,
Thank you.
first of all, I have laughed so loud. You are fun to be with. We should probably host you every week. Every week, just come on the show. Because this has been amazing. This has been fun. Okay, so while we
Thank
wait
you.
for the questions to come, I expect, see, we are talking about being obvious now. So I expect questions. I expect you to ask your questions. Someone that has grown to 27,000 followers, ask her. Don't ask me. Me, I don't have 27,000 followers. At least I don't have it yet. So ask someone that has it now. So I expect questions to come. So while we wait for that, so let's quickly talk about your book. So
Okay.
this is how to get employed like a CEO. First of all, when I saw the caption, I'm like, oh, me too. I want to get employed like a CEO. Like, so let's talk about your book. And while we're talking about that, I hope that we can get questions. So we take the questions and we call it a beautiful day. So take us through your book.
Okay.
What's the book about? Where can we get it? At least I know this is um, the URL to purchase, anyone that wants to purchase the book. So talk to us about how to get employed like a CEO.
Okay. Well, this book is I like to call it a burden, like a burden that was released, right? All of the things that I've shared with us today are things that I have seen people struggle with, and then they feel like, LinkedIn, getting a job, getting this. As somebody who is a CV writer, I've written CVs and I've written CVs. I have written CVs in this life, and then I can see that there are basic mistakes. So when you hear people say, "Oh, I've submitted 200 applications, I've submitted 500 applications, I've done this and I've done that," remember what I said initially. You have to be. It's a time when you have to be on the attracting side.
Yeah.
Pursue, you will be tired. Everybody is pursuing, so get to
Mm-hmm.
that point where you are a center of attraction, and then people literally come to you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the idea behind getting employed like a CEO. A CEO doesn't go around looking for jobs. Or a CEO, when you say somebody is a CEO, if I come into a room and I introduce myself as the CEO of
You're the
XYZ,
boss.
it does I mean, your brain just thinks differently. Your
Yeah.
perception of me is just different. So
True.
that's the first thing that I address in this book, where you get to be seen, see yourself as a CEO. Who is a CEO? A CEO is a solution provider. If something
Mm-hmm.
goes wrong in this organization, we are looking for the CEO.
Yeah.
Whatever the CEO says is the result we're going to work with. So the first thing that this book addresses is a mindset revolution. That as
Mm.
much as you are getting employed, somebody is hiring you, somebody wants to pay you, you are literally going as a solution. You are a solution provider. You are so don't just see it as somebody is doing you a favor by hiring
Yeah.
you.
Mm.
No, you are doing them a favor by offering your skills, your
The
experiences to
service.
move their organization forward. You are
True.
literally dedicating your time. Every one of us here would, if we have the opportunity to pay to meet with our maybe our role models, people that we admire, presidents of nations, we will pay for their time. Just give me
Yeah.
1 minute. Let me tell you what I can do for you. So that's how you have to be perceived. Now, this is not just whether you are looking for a 9 to 5 job, even if you have a service that you're offering, but you want people to hire you, to pay you for that service, you have to first see yourself as a solution.
True.
In real sense, nobody's really doing you a favor by hiring you.
Mm.
You are
Mm.
doing them a favor because if they didn't need you, they were not going to call for you. If they
True.
didn't need you, they're not going to declare that position vacant. They need somebody to fill that position and render that service so that they can move forward. So that's the first thing that this book addresses. And then it goes on to explain how the mistakes that a lot of people do. It explains the hiring process. Some people don't really understand how hiring works. They just think that just submit your CV. There are a lot of internal things. So it's if you're in Nigeria, it's not village people that's doing you. A lot of things are not you're not doing them right. You're not
Mm.
doing a lot of things right. Okay, so I go over to explain what the hiring process is like. From the moment when you submit your CV, what
Mm-hmm.
happens? What happens inside? I've had the opportunity to be in the recruiting team of organizations, and I can see how I can see why many people don't get hired.
Don't get
Many
hired.
people with
Yeah.
there was one of the most recent interviews I conducted for an organization. The thing that disqualified people is that the fact that they didn't attach a cover letter to their CV. That simple. Like we didn't even open the mail.
And that was
We
it.
didn't open their CV to okay, send your CV to this email. You just attach a document and that's all. Once you open the mail and there's no nothing is written in the body of the mail.
Mail.
That was it. That was
Mm.
just there was we didn't look at the CV. That was just the because there are a lot of applications. So how can we screen out the ones that waste our time?
Mm.
So this is a first-hand experience that I've had, and these are the burdens that I shared in this book. Why are people not getting employed? How can you be so attractive with your
Yes.
CV, your cover letter, your LinkedIn profile that people will literally come to you and say, please come and work with us. They employ you as a boss.
Mm.
Not that, oh, okay, how much you're just looking for somebody, you're desperate. Yes, I mean, in the times like this, I'm not saying you should not be proactive, right? To go out there, look for jobs, submit your CVs, but you can be so attractive that at first sight, just seeing your CV, people want to take the step further. Like
Yeah.
I said, people that we did not see cover letter, there was no need to look at the CV. We didn't look
Mm.
at it. Automatically, they were disqualified because we're looking for what to disqualify people with. So that
Yeah.
those little
Excuse.
things,
Perfect
I'm
excuse.
serious. I'm telling
Wow.
you. So these are things that happens behind the scenes, which have been a privilege. I've had the opportunity to be a part of, and I can tell you that there are lots of reasons why people don't get hired. Your CV is excellent. You have the experience, you have the skills, you have the qualifications, but little things like that, as little as use this subject in your mail, people just write CV. As little
Mm.
as when you are naming your CV, is the name should not just be ABCDEF document. Your name proper and the role you're applying for. So even if
Yeah.
somebody finds that CV on his drive after the interview process, or maybe they're just looking for somebody to hire, something, 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 and
You can still
because it's your
connect to you.
exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. So these are things that I highlight why people don't get employed, like CEOs, why people literally have to beg to be employed, right? And then I also shared um interview tips. Some people go all the way. Oh, your CV is good, you have the skills, you have the that. Now it's time for the interview. And then they go there and they don't know what to say. So the fact that you have been called for an interview is not enough. The
Yeah.
fact that you've even attended an interview, I have another section in the book where I talked about what to do after an interview.
After. Mm.
Some people don't know. You just
Complete
I've
book.
conducted an interview and then the next time it's either they are blank, they are bombarding you with emails. I'm just trying to check up on my application, or they don't even say thank you. As little as not sending a thank you mail after an application can cost you that job.
Wow.
It's small, but I mean, this is an insider secret. I've
Mm.
had interviews. I've had to interview for roles, and I can tell you that these things are not really hard. It's competitive, but it's not as hard
Yeah.
as people make it to be. So I
Mm.
compiled all of these things in this book, and as I have extra bonuses. There are 8 bonuses in all. The first bonus is there's a free CV template. It's the template that I use. I shared it for free for people that are going to get the book. I also share um 14 side hustles that you can do even with your 9 to 5. So some people feel like, oh, 9 to 5, I'm not even ready for 9 to 5. Oh, I'm not ready to sit down money tonight. I need to have other things that I'm doing. So there are 14 side hustles you can do both online and offline with your 9 to 5 that will not impact on your time that you give to your job. There's also a free 30 minutes consultation call with me where I get to um, have a session with you. Let's talk for 30 minutes. What has been your experiences like? What has been your job application experience like? What are the things? Some people they have certain skills, qualifications, but they don't even know what jobs to apply for because they can do many things,
Yeah.
right? They can do many things, but so I'll share with you how to identify what to focus on based on the right combination of your skills and your experience. And then there's also a bonus where you get to have a free review of your CV, right? I give you a free review of your CV, and then there are 3 other books where you learn about how to ace interviews. 3 books to handle that, how to ace your interviews, and so these are the bonuses that are attached to this book, and this book it's sold for 10,000 naira, even though there's currently a 50% discount, right? So it's going for 5,000 naira. But for this particular event now, for this is just for everybody on this live call. Please, after if you come to watch the video later, this offer is not for you, right?
That's why you
So
should
if
be in live calls.
so for everybody on this video now, you can get a copy of this book with all of the other eight bonuses for 3,000 naira. Yes,
Wow.
you can do that.
Wow.
You
So
can.
people should be rushing to wherever it is that this book is sold now. Before you
Yes,
blink and it's back to 5,000. Don't do that. Go get it right away. Right now.
you
Okay, so
can.
but the thing is, where do they get the bonus? This same URL, or do they contact you privately? How does that work?
Oh, yes, you should. Okay, let me. Yes, to be contacted privately because this particular URL still has the 5,000 naira on it.
The
Okay, so
bonus.
send me an
Okay.
email. Yes, just send me an email. Could you please help me type my
Okay.
email?
So what's that? Is
Yes, ekomobong.
that at Gmail or something?
Yes, yes. Typing
Okay.
that now. All right.
So
So
this is it.
just
So
yes. So your this subject you don't need to say so much. The subject should just be book offer. Just use the subject book offer, and then I'm going to respond to you right away.
okay, okay. So
Yeah. So
I got. Okay, so let me do that. Okay. All right. So I got the email you sent now.
yes. So just the subject should just be book offer, and then please, if you're on this call, like I said, this today this 6:23. So the offer is only open till 11:59 today,
Today.
so
Okay.
that you can
So
yes.
okay. So if you're on this call and you want to get this book, How to Get Hired Like a CEO, please send her an email right away so she can get you on the discount and you could just get it at 3,000 naira. Okay. So after now, it goes back to 5,000 naira, which is 50% discount. And I don't know when, but whenever you see this, maybe we are back to the 10,000. But hopefully, so many of you can take advantage of the special nice bonus that we have to get the book. Thank you so much for that bonus. Okay, so we've gotten some
Okay.
questions. Okay, I think you answered this, but I'm just going to put it up so you could say something about it. She says, "Thank you so much, ma'am, for the amazing class." I hope she's still here. My question is, please, for someone that is ready to start all over after a long while, I'm guessing she's talking about starting on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Where should I
Yeah.
start from? You're probably going to
Oh,
listen to this whole conversation from the beginning because that's actually everything we talked about. But then, okay, so just say a few words because I think I have another
okay.
question.
Okay. So,
So,
just to say that now, sometimes people take breaks. Okay, they don't want to. They've been busy or one or two things happening to them, and then they just want to take a break from LinkedIn. And then after a long while, they come back and it's like, where did you go to? Who sabi you here and all of that. So, what you want to do in that case, the first thing is don't be in a hurry to just start creating posts, right? The first thing you want to do is engage with other people, engage with posts. Let your name start showing up in people's notifications. Oh, a Bong dropped a comment on your post. A Bong said this, a Bong said that on your post. So when you start out with having those kinds of meaningful dropping those kind of meaningful comments, because what you want to do is, like you said, you want to start again. You want your name to come up in the ears of people, in the eyes of people again. So you have to start
again,
with engaging, right? And then after you have engaged for a while, let's say like a week, consistently, not you have to drop at least an average of 20 comments a day, an average. Not random congratulations, nice post. No, you don't want to do that to yourself. You want to
thumbs up.
actually say so you want to say something very meaningful, right? And
Yeah.
then when you're able to do that, when you're able to say something meaningful, The next thing is after like a week or two, don't be in a hurry. Remember, you stayed away for long, so you have to calm down. So after like
Yeah.
a week or two, another thing you want to do is you now make another introduction post. Because the way
Mm.
LinkedIn works is even though you're not being inactive and or you still have some people who have been following you. So you can see that even if it's 100 followers you gain, so there are new people that don't know you, right? Or
Yeah.
have not met you before that are going to be seeing you for the first time. So you want to do a little introductory post to explain what you do, what kind of service that you offer, what kind of
Offer.
this, oh, this is who I am, this is who I was, or if it's something that is not really personal that kept you away, you can share. Maybe you're writing an exam or something. So you guys, oh, this is why I've been away, this and that. And then remember, you already have your name, imprinted in people's mind from comments you've been
Minds.
dropping. So
Yeah.
it's easy for people to connect with. Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
Okay. So that is very clear, and that is for someone that is you've been here, you went out, then you're back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So okay. So the same person asks another question. This is how have you been able? So she's talking to you now. How have you been able to monetize your
Okay.
skill on LinkedIn apart from the retainership
Okay.
side of things? So are there other ways
Okay.
that you've been able to make money on LinkedIn and all of that?
Sure. Yes, yes. I've made money literally from LinkedIn by, apart from retainership, like you said, I've offered services, voiceover services. I write CVs. I think I've lost count. Like on almost on a daily basis, I get offers to write CVs. I don't go to them and say, "Oh, please, I'm a CV writer. Hire me to write a CV so you can land your dream job." But they just see the things that I post. I post about CV mistakes. I write about things that you
Yeah.
should not do. So I get DMs a lot for me to write CVs. There's a free product I put out. It's a free CV checklist. That checklist, over 1,000 people have downloaded it. So that means I
Hmm.
have 1,000 leads. And from those, yesterday alone, between yes in last 24 hours, I've had 3 people that, okay, I've given us free checklist. Please just Kukuma write this thing for me. How
Write it.
much?
Exactly.
Do you understand? So that's how I've been able to position myself to earn from LinkedIn. So just between in the last 24 hours, I've had 3 offers. One person said, I want both a local CV and we want to apply for an international role. So that I've
Hmm.
been able to monetize. Now on the voiceover side, I've organized trainings for voice other people who want to be voiceover artists, and then I charge for it. I've also hosted, webinars like this. I mean, you're very privileged to have to attend this for free. Webinars
Yeah.
like this, where people have to
Pay.
pay to
Yeah.
learn how to write CVs and optimize their LinkedIn profile. So yes, so those are the different ways where I earn from LinkedIn.
Wow. Okay. So okay, this is just thank you for the offer. We appreciate that. Thank you for the
You're
bonus
welcome.
and the discount. Thank you so much for all of the beautiful things that you have done for us today. You not only shared,
Thank
you
you.
gave us bonus and added discount on the bonus. That's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm not seeing any other questions, so I guess we have
Okay.
exhausted all of the questions that we have. Okay, so finally we talked about LinkedIn. So if you are on LinkedIn, which I'm sure everybody should be heading that way right now. So make sure that you follow her on LinkedIn. That's her name. Then of course mine is Ozioma Anyoji. Head over there, connect with her. She shares amazing things and get the book. Let's get this conversation going from here. Thank you so much. You have been amazing. This
Thank
has
you.
been wonderful. We said we're going to do 1 hour and we've done 1 hour 30 minutes. Oh my God, this has been beautiful.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, guys. Thank you for joining everyone that joined us on the live call today. So this
Thank you.
conversation was brought to you courtesy of the network of inspiring creators and entrepreneurs. And this is what we do. We bring these trainings to you if you're a creative person. Our desire is that you grow. All right. So all you need to do is connect with us on Facebook. Just search for nice network of inspiring creators and entrepreneurs on Facebook and join us there. We have these trainings coming up once all of not all the time though, but once in a while. The other day we had the AI tools training where we brought someone that talked about AI, and today we're talking about LinkedIn growth and monetization. You never can tell what is coming up next. So connect, 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 connect. And of course, if you have found value, if this live call has blessed you, don't forget to subscribe. And of course, subscribe, touch that bell icon, right? So you know next when we post a video, and of course when we go live. All right, people, thank you so much. This has been amazing. I personally enjoyed myself. I don't know about you, but I had fun. You have been an amazing guest. Thank you for having
Thank you.
brought the energy. You brought so much energy. This has been fun. So I'll talk to you guys again shortly. Take care of yourself.
Thank you very
Bye.
much. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye
Thank you.
bye. Okay, guys. So this is it. Take care of you. I talk to you shortly. I talk to you again. Subscribe and take care. God bless you. Bye bye.